problem number 1. A hardware store charges a $30 rental fee and $15 per day to rent a power washer. Which equation correctly relates the total cost Y to the rent the washer for X days? So the first thing we need to look at is the rate of change and the initial value. So the rate of change is going to be $15 per day. The word per means multiply, so we know that we're going to be multiplying by 15. My initial value is going to be what's left, which is 30. You pay the $15 per day and then the 30 fee just to rent. If we put it into our equation, we should get letter B. 15x represents $15 per day and then the $30 fee. Problem number 2. Tony drives 18 miles to pick up his friend at his house. Then he drives at a constant speed of 40 miles per hour to a state park to go hiking. Let Y represent the number of miles that Tony drives after X hours. Which of the following statements are true? Select all that apply. So, again, we need to identify the rate of change and the initial value. The rate of change is going to be 40 miles per hour. The initial value is going to be what's left, which is 18. So if we were to write an equation, it would be Y equals 40x plus 18. Since that equation is the same as letter A, we know that letter A is one of the choices. We also noted that the initial value was 18, so we know letter C is a choice. Letter D, it says the rate of change is negative. We determined that the rate of change was 40, and so the letter D is not correct. So we're not going to pick D. And for letter B, we actually have to solve it. So if we put 40 in, if we put 1.5 in for X, 40 times 1.5 is going to be 60. 60 plus 18 is 78, not 60, so B is wrong. Our answers are A and C. Problem number 3. Alma borrows money from her mom to buy a $150 bike. She gives her mom $40 at the time of purchase and continues to pay her $10 each month until the bike is paid for in full. Alma wrote this equation to represent the amount Y that she will have paid her mom after X months. Y equals 40x plus 10. Is her equation correct? How did she get that equation? If it is not correct, write a correct equation. So, again, figure out the rate of change and the initial value. The rate of change is $10 each month, and the initial value, originally the bike cost $150. She gave her mom $40 at the time, so she still owes her mom $110. So our equation is actually Y equals 10x plus 110. To get 40x plus 10, she used 40 as the initial value and actually put it in the equation as the rate of change, and then used 10 as the initial value instead. Okay, problem number 4. It says the rates for 2 airport shuttles are shown below. So we have the quick shuttle, and our rate of change for the quick shuttle is going to be 50 cents for each mile. So 50 cents is our rate of change. Our initial value is going to be $30. $30 to pick them up, 50 cents for each mile. For the We Drive shuttles, the rate of change, we start at 0 and we go to, or we start at 20 and we go to 30, so that's plus 10. And then we go to 20, that's plus 10. And then up to 30, that's plus 10. So we're counting by tens. But then we are also counting by tens on this side. 0 to 10 is 10, 10 to 20 is 10, 20 to 30 is 10, and so on. So our rate of change is 10 over 10, which simplifies down to 1. Our initial value is what we start at. We are starting at 0, which is actually at 20. In part A, it says which shuttle service has the greater initial value. Quick shuttle has the greater initial value because its initial value is 30, while We Drive shuttle is 20. For the second thing, it asks which service has the greater rate of change. The We Drive shuttle has the greater rate of change. because the Quick Shuttle has a 50-cent rate of change, whilst the WeDrive shuttle has a rate of change of 1. Then it says explain what the greater initial value and greater rate of change mean. So the greater initial value means that they start off at a higher price. It costs more to pick up the passenger from Quick Shuttle than it does WeDrive. The higher rate of change means that it costs more per mile for a WeDrive shuttle. And for part B, which shuttle company would cost less for a 25-mile trip? So we can plug it into, if we set up an equation, we can plug it in. For the Quick Shuttle, we have y equals 0.50x plus 30. 50 cents is our rate of change, 30 was our initial value. For the WeDrive shuttle, it's going to be y equals 1x because it's $1 plus the $20 fee. And so for a 25-mile trip, we're going to do 0.50 times 25 plus 30. 0.50 times 25 is going to give us 12.5. 12.5 plus 30 is going to give us 42.5. It's going to cost $42.50 from Quick Shuttle. And then from WeDrive, we plug in our 25. You should get 25 plus 20, which is 45. So the WeDrive shuttle costs more. Therefore, we want to go with Quick Shuttle because it is the cheaper deal.